up. Okay. Oh. So fetch the thing and then go back. You are making a mockery of me. Okay, so it's a template. Okay, so okay.
Oh.
And then so it grows and has a length of 10. Okay, so do 10 steps of this. So that's
the legendary
what? I don't
effect.
care about
So
you.
It's just
So
it sounds like the stuff of legend, but
we need to do 10 steps. So let in
fairy tale
let
facts.
polymer is off balance for some reason. Why is this off balanced? I know it's up there. So so let template and then rules is equal to put that split double new line. This gets that.
No, he's actually speaking.
And then rules dot for each element.
That was like a mental connection. It just
and then let replacement is equal to that. And then if I can look here, we just do let tokens is equal to, well actually I don't even, I'll do that, that's split that, and then replacements of tokens, 0 is equal to tokens.
Oh my god, you can trade one apple for you can trade one emerald for 4 apples.
And so with that, we have the template and we have all the rules. And so now what we need to do is we need to go, so let steps is equal to 0, steps is less than 10, steps plus plus. And then we need to actually do this. So what we need to go through, 2 letters at a time. So we need a for loop. For let I equals 0, I is less than.
I see.
I'm gonna call this polymer.
I'll keep on the
is less than polymer dot length I plus plus, and actually this needs to be 1. So and then we need to say if polymer of I plus polymer of polymer of I here, and then we're gonna do polymer of I minus 1. And then if replacements, so if that exists, let's have it let new polymer equal that. If that exists, the new polymer is equals that previous one, I minus 1, plus whatever that replacement is.
No.
And then plus polymer of I. Else, new polymer plus equals this, but without the replacement. It's not really a replacement, more of it is an addition. Get rid of that. And then polymer is equal to new polymer. And so this will give us the
oh my god,
the polymer.
I have to harvest potatoes.
And so what we need to do is we need to take the element, so take the most common letter.
Where's the supply then?
So then for let I equals 0, I is less than polymer.length, I plus plus.
It's empty. Check it.
Well, actually what I can do is not set. Really, I need to do a count, so
every single last one and sold them.
Let set is equal to.
Also, the wheat farm needs to be
that.
We'll take care of that in a minute, though.
And then and then we're gonna do polymer of I. So if the polymer doesn't exist, if the element doesn't exist,
at this point, Eli, we have enough.
then we need to set that equal to 0,
I hate doing the wheat
and
farm
then
because it gives
polymer
you wheat seeds
I,
and then wheat, and it's like
and then
so
or well
annoying.
set. So if set of polymer, polymer
I know, it's fucking
set
crazy.
of polymer. And then, so what this should do is this should allow us to have a set. I need a runner. Rules.for each. Forgot to split that. Okay, so we have all these letters, which is correct, and so what we need to do is we need to sort it. So, we'll
wait, we literally only have
let,
one wheat guy now. Oh fuck.
Sorted
Wait, wheat
equal
can be food.
object dot entries, because we need both values. Entries of set dot sort, and then we have this element, and we need to sort by that. So we need to do a of 0 minus b of 0, or b of 1 actually, because that would be.
Okay, wheat can be used to make hay bales.
And then return
cookies, cake, and bread.
Sorted of sorted.
Oh, wheat can also be.
If I could type sorted dot length
I know, it's
of
a
1
food source.
minus sorted of 0 1, and this should give us.
Okay, so the wheat is literally just.
Can I read it? So let me.
Fucking compost all of it. I guess.
Console.log sorted. Okay.
Yeah, we'll need to get some more farmer villagers then, because none of these dudes trade wheat anymore. I fucking I locked them all with potato.
Sorted dot minus 1. There we go. So now we go over here.
Yay, we don't have to make a carrot farm.
Okay, that's not right.
Poggers.
Well, so let me write it like this. Let me put in this code. And then I won't do 10 steps. I'll just do 4 steps, and I'll print out the new polymer. New polymer. And so, if I look at that, that doesn't look correct. Let me minimize you. So yeah, so this is the template. Oh, I know why. It's because because I'm.
Been funny. Oh fuck. Oh fuck.
Wait, no, that should be right, because like it's not going through the new polymer as
so. You menace.
Console.log.
You're not killing the shulkers with looting.
New polymer. Oh, what the heck?
Oh, that's gonna be rough.
Where are you? Okay, so if we go here, NCN, and so NCN.
I usually use my sword because I just go in there with good armor.
Where are you? Yeah, so NN, so NCN, and then NC, which would be NBC. Oh, it doesn't. I see what I did wrong. It's these two. This one shouldn't be N, and then this one shouldn't be C.
You can't put loyalty on a hoe.
Got it.
Can't put looting on a bow. Can't put loyalty on a hoe.
So now.
That was a terrible bar. That was like the worst. Like.
If I do something like this, oop! I took out too much here. I think this will allow us to get just not the last one. So if I go here, so NCN BC8, yeah. So it doesn't allow the last one.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you were.
And so what I need to do is I need to say if I is equal to polymer dot length minus 1, so it's the last one. Just add it.
Glycerine melon. Glycerine melon is a potion ingredient, homeboy.
So there we go. So I mean that's. You
can't eat it. You can't.
So NC. Oop.
You cannot eat it.
Oh, I think that needs to be afterward, and then if. What the heck is happening behind me? Okay, so then 10. So if we plug in 10, we should get whatever that number is.
Local chapter.
Okay, I didn't mean to console.log it. Okay, 15. Yeah, okay, 15. So get rid of this, and we put in the actual input. We should get it. 2, 1, 2. Yeah, okay. Should be good.
I've been to a halal, guys. Hell yeah.
There we go. We actually got on the leaderboard. Okay, so. Ooh. Yeah. So yeah, so this is where we need optimization. So, I mean, I'm gonna.
Yes. No. They're.
If I try to plug in 40, I think I'll see a problem.
No, it is hilarious.
So okay, so did the first one.
Bro.
I don't need the console.log here. And let me just see what steps we get to.
Every time I watch
so we get to 15, 16, and then it just crawls. So 18.
Just from the sheer like.
And it's gonna get more. It's gonna get exponentially harder when we get here. So yeah, it's taking a while to even get to 20. So we need to find an optimization for this. So optimization for this. So basically, what do we not need?
Damn.
The problem with it is that
there's a lot of Canadians out there that are fucking jacked,
the problem. So what we can consider is if I get my piece of paper out. So what if we have the pair OO? It will create for the next one. It will create OK, and then. So what we can consider now is that, so if we take these first three, it'll make OKOB. We need specifically O and O, so, and then OKO. So, we can, since we're not having to keep track of where it is, we can just keep track of how many there are. And so with that, all these rules, it looks like, are going to be put on there. Like, not maybe specifically, it's maybe not going to be specifically there, but like what we can do is we can put all these pairs, we can make them all into like pairs of a set. So we don't need to have a polymer per se, we can just have a set of pairs for the polymer.
Wallow in the suffering.
So let me have the initial polymer. And so replacements can stay the same. So here what we need to do is we need to parse it and get let's have let pairs. And so we need to go through it. So let I equal 1. I is less than polymer dot length.
Memphis is great.
I plus plus. And so what we can do is we can say if pairs, so it's similar to this.
I have family that lives in LA and I still prefer Memphis.
If it doesn't exist, then but not replacements, we need pairs. We create it and then we increment it.
You know what they got in Memphis?
So here we go. So now I'm just gonna get rid of
talk a lot
all
about,
of this, and we need to console. I'm just gonna see.
But what I gotta put y'all on is that Memphis style cock.
We need to make this initial polymer. Lots of that. So
they just don't make it.
So yeah, so we have all these pairs. In fact, I'm going to return back to not that. I'm going to return to this one. So this one should only have 3 pairs: NN, NC, CB. And so with those, what we can do is we can go here, and we can add the 40 steps back in. So, well, I won't do it. I'll just do it for 1 step, and then we can put that into the 40 steps. So what we need to do is we need to go through the pairs. So object.keys pairs dot for each. And so what that can do, so if we're given NN, if we are given NN, we need to
I thought you were
we
gonna
need to
say
first of all
spleen.
see if that pair is part of the replacement. So if replacement element, then what we need to do is we need to say let new pair equal whatever the first element, so element of 0 plus replacement of that element. And then we need to do something like this.
Find the stick.
And in fact, it actually gets rid of this pair because NN won't exist anymore. So pairs. So new pair. If pairs of new pair doesn't exist, then we create it, and then we add it. And so what that will do is that will add in. It would be NC, right? Where's NN? Yeah, NC to it. So NC will add. But then we also need to get rid of NN because we separated it now. So pairs of element minus minus. And so if we do this now, after we've done the thing, we are given NC and BCH. So where are you? I gotta find you. Where are you? NC and BCH. So NC and BCH and then B. Okay, so it got the pairs. It just didn't get this individual one that exists, which isn't the greatest, but well, it should have gotten HB, but HB doesn't exist. So let me CV. So let me. Okay, so NN, NC, CB.
Oh yeah.
So then we'll go through that. So
Miles, are you there? I'm ready.
It's done the same thing the first step done, where it just doesn't add the last one.
I love it. It's amazing.
And then so that turns to NC, that removes the NN.
Zombie time.
Then we just go back to here. So NN, NC, and so then
yeah, I don't even have it. I don't even have
it'd be
that
NC, and then N.
I need a launch. And then
NC becomes NB,
in fact, I don't even
and
know
NC
if
gets removed. But then so it goes back to 1. And then BC, or well, not BC, CB goes up, and then an H is put there. So CH, and then actually what we could do is we could say
it's launching.
Index, and then so if it exists, and then if index is equal to, well, we need to create that. Let pair list, freaking type, is equal to hue. Pair list, and then if the index is the last one, so -1, then
wait, say again?
pairs
Sorry, I got caught up in this Chinese music family.
of element.
Sorry.
Pairs of, well, not pairs of this, pairs of element of 1.
I'll send you the song.
And then
Listen to it. It's kind of bass.
You gotta put U there. Plus. Well, we gotta do the same thing. We could just say new pair. We don't have to reassign the variable to it. So let new pair equal.
Super Idol Sharon.
And then yeah. So what this will do is this will now create that. And so now HB is created, which is correct. So we have NC, NB, CH, HB.
Yeah, I love that song too.
But then the problem is that HB would be removed. Because we need to keep track of which pairs are together. Because we can't, so like if we didn't need to keep track of it, I would just add the elements as we go, but we can't do that. So we have NC, NB, CH, and then
I can't find the song.
The problem is
on Spotify.
we need to we need to be able to now go from
man.
here to the next one, which how are we going to do? Because it also,
oh my gosh.
now I see this, it doesn't have NC, it doesn't have the NC and then the CN, and then the NB, BC, CH, HB. Actually, do I need to have this?
Like running out of money. Just kidding, I'm not running out of money. But
do I need to have
I do be
this?
spending lots of money though.
So what this will do,
That's swag bucks though.
if I get here now, so it has NC.
What?
It also has CB. I don't see CB. Oh wait, no, because CB doesn't exist. So we have NC, CN, NB, BC, HB, and CH. So it has that. Perfect. It has all the pairs, and then it's also removed NN and CB.
What?
So
That's
now
so
that we
odd.
have that, let me do another. Let me actually add this to this one. Yeah. Yeah, get it here. Let pairs. Oh wait, no, that's the parsing of it, and then I don't need this polymer anymore. And let's do only 2 steps. Okay, well that doesn't help because I don't know what pairs list is. So console.log pairs. Okay. So NN. Oh. Well, I see it. Okay, I know why. Okay, we also got to say, and then it, and pairs of element. So if it actually has one, is not equal to 0. There we go. So here's what it has. It has 2 CBs, CB and CB, which is correct. It also should have a BH and a HC. HC, BH, so yeah, those are created. 2 BBs, correct. I think this is going to work. And so if we do 40 steps on that, we should have a lot of those. We do. We have this. And so now we can now do this last one. And so instead of it, not really it's a set. So but we got to do something like this. Yeah. So set. So we have pairs list.
Oh my god.
So then we don't need.
Miles.
I guess we don't need index.
We were warned, but we did not heed the warning.
So there was that.
The random chimp event.
Element. And
The
so we don't need to
NFTs.
do this. We just need to do pair list. And so we need no, not pair list. Set. We need to do lots of us. Set of element of 0 for the first letter. So if that doesn't exist, we need to create it and then increment it. Or well, we don't need to increment it. We need to add whatever these numbers are. So is equal to 0, and then that plus equals pair list of element of. Oh well, that yeah. Or not pair list, just pairs. And so then we need to do the same for the second letter. So that's element of 1.
Yeah.
And then we should be able to do this. Now, if this were to work, if we were to plug in 10 steps, we should get the same number. We do not. Which is kind of weird because that's 7, 15, 17, 1. Okay, well, never mind. It's not that weird, but still wrong.
True.
So I'm trying to see why that is the case, because if I were to console, like, because that seemed right, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 pairs. So 12 pairs. Pairs. Okay, console.log pairs, and then console.log object dot of keys of pairs, pairs dot length. So 16. Okay, well that doesn't really help me. Entries or values dot reduce a plus b. So this should add them all together. Object dot values. So this should tell us the length. So if I go up to here, there's a length of 6. So there's 6 pairs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Correct. But it's a length of 7. Because there's... How would I figure it? Okay, so there's 6 here. There's 12 pairs here, which is correct. 22 pairs. Well, let me see what this length is. That's 6. Oh, so that's 13. What I'm so confused about is why this isn't working. Because okay, so this is this step. There's 3 BBs. Oh wait, there's way more than 3 BBs. There's 1 BB. There's 2 BBs. There's 3 BBs. There's 4 BBs. Okay, so somewhere,
giant strong man, like,
somewhere in my chain, something has gone wrong. Like, so because like we have NN, NC, CB, which is correct, and then we have NC, CN.
He says, "I learn from mistakes of people who take my advice."
Wait a minute. Now that I'm looking at this isn't right because this C is being counted twice, which isn't correct. So we have NC, CN, NB, and then BC, HB. Well, the weird thing is like that doesn't even work because like 69, so that doesn't even work. So so it's got the pair.
I used to be schizophrenic.
Then we got CB, CB, and then CN, correct, and then NB. There's 2 of those, so NB, NB. Yep. BC, BC, BC. Perfect. There's no CH, which is correct. There's no HB, which is also correct. There's 1 CC right there. 2 BBs, I've already right there. A BH, right there, and then an HC, right there. So it has everything. It may not count it correctly, but it has all the pairs, which is. Which I don't know why. Because at this point, it's not really considering order, which it shouldn't have. Well, it might have to, because
you know what's bigger than a
these two. These two. So this NBC, this would be considered 1 N, 2 B's, 1 C, which isn't
hop on this beat with
correct.
I'm gonna send you this. Send you this link of this song, and then I'm gonna give you the end drop.
Like parsing wise, I could do because like I'm also still a bit confused because like if I were to put so this one NC would become the pair would be NB and then BC, which happens. It does happen. NC and then CB. And then it removes an NC because NC is not a pair anymore.
I love the finish right here.
So it just seems like I have messed up the counting here. I am massaging the mic, which you guys may not like. I just
and then like fully skin them out in
which I'm a bit confused on because I mean I don't really want to count this because This
like,
is
like,
it's
the
this
most
one.
enjoyable concept.
I do see that something is wrong. Because like this BB should be 4 and it's only 3. So maybe when BB gets separated, so BB, this BB right here. So NB so this NB, the NB is turns into B. So NB and okay, well it'll just add NB and then it'll subtract NB, which the thing is that should work. Like that should it should offset, like to where basically NB wasn't changed and now BB's added, and so then BC it looks like it's added a B in it, so then BB and then BC is added. So like it shouldn't just add one or create one, or like it should add one and create one, and it shouldn't matter. I'm trying to see if anything wrong up here is happening.
Yeah.
Replacements. This does seem slightly strange. Because I know it stops working here. This is also 22 characters long. 1, 5, 10, or 23 characters. 10, 15, 20. That's 25 characters, but there's only 22 pairs counted. So we lost a few pairs somewhere. So we have NB. NB happens 3 times. NB, NB, NB. NB happens 4 times. There's an NB here. There's an NB here. I'm a bit confused on why, though. Console.log limit. Just a bit of debugging. Removed this one. And then we can do new pair here. Added. And then I'm just going to do 4 steps. So here, in removed, NC, NC, and added, which is correct. NC, NC, and added. NC removed. NB and BC is added, and then CH and HB is added, which is correct. And so here, NC removed, NB and BC is added, yeah, and then CN removed, and then CC and CN added, and then this should offset, so it shouldn't matter, and then NB removed, NB and then BB is added, correct. And then BC removed, which is here. BB and BC is added, and then it has all that. So
are you just cranking on this pretty much?
Wait, oh, I know why. It's because I have to do it as many times as that number. Oh. So then 4. That I is equal to 0. I is less. This is just speed. This is just speed, like doing it poorly. I could do it math ways. I don't know.
Sorry. I'm gonna go work on the desert while you discuss plans
so
for it.
Plus,
unless you need my help.
Plus equals.
Well, because that's like Isaac is immediately
this
gonna go to the desert.
Number.
Like that's his whole plan.
And then plus equals
honestly
this number.
Yeah, you're right.
And then minus equals that number. So that's probably why.
No, we kind of.
Okay, well that's okay. Let me do 10 steps. 10 steps. I'm gonna get rid of this.
Oh, I guess it's in the. I forget which document it's.
That doesn't seem. Oh, because I remember because this is wrong in its innovative. If I can speak, in it and of itself. Yeah. So, if I look at this, so this is the pairs that are in the 10-step one. How long is this line for 10 steps? After 10 steps, B occurs. Okay, well that seems a bit wrong. Let me do the 4 steps again, and then console log pairs afterward. And let me do that inside the actual for loop. So this is the first one. This is the second one. So if I go here we go. So NN, NC, CB. Correct.
Yeah.
And then NN gets removed, but NC should have added one, which I'm confused. So then HBCH, BC has 2, which shouldn't be the case. So what should happen is, like, for this one, this should not have, I don't know why this has changed, because there's only one pairs of element. Oh, it's because this can change on the fly.
Yes. I'm gonna finish.
Well, that actually no.
The
oh, it does.
Message, like, in the book.
It's because we do entries and it won't. If we do entries, it will not. So then, so this is element times. So element is the name of it, and then times is whatever this is. So good news is that, and now it shouldn't. Here we go. So now if we do, what am I? If I'm trying to think. 10 steps. Okay, it's a bit more acceptable. It's still not entirely correct, but it's a bit more acceptable. Because, like I said, this is wrong. The problem is we don't know the difference in these colliding bees. So, like, for this instance, if I go back to the example, for this, how this would count NCN, it would count NC and then CN, and so since it counts those pairs separately, it would count 2 C's, which isn't correct. So what is a way that we can counteract this? Well, there is a way of doing it, to where so every time we go through a pair and we do this, we can just say, well, when we get to the final count, just subtract a C from it, or subtract whatever the replacement is. So that means that set has to be created before this.
Oh,
and so let's just put that there. So set has to be created before this, and then set of whatever that replacement is minus equals times. So what we have to say, we also have to say if it's not created, if set of replacements of element is not created, and we set it equal to 0. Set of replacements of element is equal to 0, and then we subtract it. So then when we go here and when it adds it, it's offsetted correctly though. Oh my god. So now if we do the actual input, we should get the same number there. We do not. That's a worrying thing, is that we put like 10 steps and we're off by 2. So something went wrong. Well, let me console.log sorted, and then console.log sorted here, and then get rid of this console.log, and then that console.log. And so what this should be is this should have our sorted. So it's counted 3 more oxygen. So they're all wrong, which is not fantastic. Looks like, so this is off by a factor of 1, 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 this is off by a factor of 2, so it's not just by a factor of 3, factor of 1, factor of 1, factor of 2, and then factor of 3. So it's not perfect. So is there a reason why it's not perfect? I think of a reason why it's not perfect. It's because when we parse it, we also didn't do that. So we have to do that for that as well. So set of replacements of let pair is equal to that. This just makes the code a bit simpler. And then if pair, then pairs of the pair. But then when we do this, we also have to make sure that we have oh, just minus. For this one, it's just minus. So okay. Okay, well that still didn't work. In fact, it should have worked. So yeah, so let me see. Not that way, this way. And this isn't even right to begin with. And it's not a consistent amount by itself. Okay, so for this, what this will do is, so it's created NN, NC, CB. And so
what? Make what one year?
Okay, well, now that I think about it, it's not replacement. So because C wouldn't be minus. So NN, NC, CB. So if I were to count NN, NC, CB, then I'd get 2 N's. Or what, no. NN, NC, CB. So I'd get 3 N's, 2 C's, and 1 B, which isn't correct. So what we need to do is we need to get rid of the first element here. So instead of doing the replacement, we just need to do pair of 0. Pair of 0. And that gives us the same values there. So if I do that,
yeah,
it gives
they've been in there for
it's
a
a
few
one
minutes.
off by one error. So it gives us almost the same one. So that's correct. That's correct. 14 to 5, 1900.
Yeah, somewhere between
so it's
like 4 months. Is
almost correct. Because 1900, 1966.
Okay, I have made the books and the army ration.
So somewhere, so O is not getting, so O is getting ruined somewhere. I can assume something it's something up with this. It's either this, so there's something up with the O. But if it's off by one error, if I were to do this 40 times, first of all, we have the number. I don't know why I'm doing this. I could just do this and then do 40, and I can see what I get there. Okay, well I don't know what I got there because I don't have Advent of Code open. 40, 52693. I mean, it's right. So I'm going to assume it's an off by one error. I'll look into it afterward. So I got this. Where are you? Boom. Remove one from it. Well. So it's an off by one error. I just don't know why. So I finished it. I got leaderboard on the first one. I didn't get leaderboard on the second one. Let me do personal stats. I got 1988. There's probably a much more efficient way of doing this than what I was doing, but I did it my way. So, yay! In the recording. So bye YouTube.